It didn't
All
even
right.
say one that time. It didn't say one that time.
saw it this time. I should do a screen capture when we do it. So
Deborah, did
we
it say
can
one?
Yep. On our side it did.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How are you gonna ask me and I'm seeing everything that he sees?
The same screen. Thanksgiving. The movie we're talking about this week. Thanksgiving.
You know,
even though it's
this
gonna
is
be a week early, it's gonna be a week before Thanksgiving.
It's okay.
Thanksgiving.
Got to give them time. That way they can pull it out during Thanksgiving when they're at. They'll know to pull it out during the when they're having Thanksgiving. They can watch it with the family.
I wouldn't necessarily use that verbiage, but I see what you're saying.
Everybody can sit up and chill. You know, when you're eating Thanksgiving, you can have like a nice little
horror
movie.
Anything out in Thanksgiving.
Hey, everybody loves a good movie on Thanksgiving.
Deb, you might as well just cough into the microphone because that turn you did right now didn't do shit. Just everything just spiked out, and yeah, it just.
I go all the way to the side.
Turn the mic that way. You turn your head that way, and then see, didn't do shit.
And I turned the mic completely around.
Did you do your cough drops?
You got to hit the mute, baby. Sure. You need a lozenge, bro. You need like some of them things from what's our man Goat Tony Goat Guy or some shit like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy that was selling the goat cheese and shit, you know, out there in the Swiss movie and junk. You don't remember that junk? What was that?
No.
Mad Heidi and stuff like that.
I remember the movie, but I don't remember the lozenges. Ricola. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. She's like a Ricola and shit.
She's got some, but she's saying she took them, but she didn't. But anyways, because I don't hear you all.
Oh, I didn't take them right now.
Oh,
when you need them.
Well, this is what I got to sit up there and complain about it. Let's be honest, Josh. Once she starts crunch, we're reviewing the movie Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're doing Thanksgiving.
Right. If you were to sit up there and you just be talking to her about her crunching the doggone lozenges in her ear, so it's a win. Oh. It's a lose for Deb all day.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
So
Deb,
this is not necessarily pointed towards anybody on this pod, but anybody else that's doing their own podcast later on, anybody and any of our listeners, this is a podcast hint, something that I've learned that I'm passing down, knowledge that I'm passing down. If you do have to have a cough drop, just pocket it on the side, like those tobacco things that are disgusting, but just like that, and don't move it. That's all you gotta do. I'm not necessarily pointing that towards Deb or Cobb.
No. Let me break this down.
You are.
No, but this is true. The general public do not know how to eat lozenges. You're supposed to suck on those, not crunch on those.
I don't crunch on them.
But you're not supposed to.
So we're going back to Thanksgiving.
Right, because we're supposed to be grateful for something, and we're grateful for this movie.
I'm grateful for it a lot.
The 2023 film, R-rated, 1 hour, 46 minutes, Thanksgiving, by Eli Roth.
That's too much information. That's too much information you done gave him already, John.
Eli Roth is infamous.
Yeah, Deb, you know why it's too much information?
No, I don't, because it wasn't.
I contrary disbelief because I've not heard the intro yet.
See, I knew it.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Oh, warning.
I know, right?
All right. So,
hey, wait. That's the word of the day.
What? Warning? Ah, shit. That was fucking loud. Oh, we're not supposed to say fuck, shit, balls, all that stuff.
Why?
All right, John.
There you go. Was that all right? The volume was okay?
Yeah.
Okay, why can't we say that?
Because then we get shadow banded and blacklisted and all that stuff.
But then we give the Warning.
Warning. Yeah, but I'm still. We
You
need
guys are. What is up with you? Thank you. I mean, that's the latest word of the. Man, you guys are slow. That's why we're podcasting about the movie Thanksgiving.
And then for breakdown.
Okay, Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought you were about to read the IMDb.
I was trying to read that on IMDb, that it's listed as a slasher horror, teen horror mystery thriller. I don't see what makes this a teen horror.
I was gonna say teen horror.
I do like your T-shirt though. That is nice, Josh.
Thank you.
What's that say on there?
Hybrid School of Wrestling. My design. I made it.
Nice.
After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday, Massive Tushits.
Mass of two shits.
I shouldn't say stuff like that. What if we have like hundreds, if not thousands, of viewers in Massachusetts?
What's in Massachusetts? I mean, Boston's in Massachusetts, right?
Boston. You know what? I can't stand when people talk about Boston and the first thing they do is that bad people who've never talked to anybody from Boston, and then they're like, I'm gonna go park the car, and it's like, that doesn't sound anything like what a person from Boston sounds like.
What do they have good out there to eat in Boston, in Massachusetts, and Boston? What food do they have that's good?
Wahlburgers.
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 Get the heck out of here. I bought some of them at the store. They ain't all that. And that salsa ain't even all that. They was giving that shit away full at the Jewel. Giving away free. So, I mean, like what do they have out there that's good? I mean, they ain't got nothing like Chi-Town. Ain't nobody got nothing like Chi-Town.
Here we go.
Directed come on, we got the Italian beef. We got the cheese fries. We got the great deep dish pizza. We make great thin crust pizza. Our French fries are fat asses.
Don't even get me started about that.
Every kind of pizza that you want, and it still tastes better than any of that shit. Y'all can't even make no decent pizza out in San Antonio. What? Y'all gotta make pizza. No, y'all ain't got nothing.
Don't get on defense.
Y'all ain't got nothing on Chicago. Y'all ain't got nothing on Chicago pizza. I ain't never heard nobody saying the best. Hey, you heard that? You hear that pizza from San Antonio? That shit is fire. I ain't never heard nobody say that.
First of all, y'all didn't invent pizza.
Right.
Y'all didn't start pizza.
Right.
We perfected it.
No.
All of y'all that left that area incorporated it. So all the people that everywhere else in the country, they're like, oh man, that deep dish pizza used to be from there anyways.
Let me tell you why.
It's not even deep dish pizza. It's just stew inside of some crust.
Bro. That's a style. That's a style.
Tomato stew.
We also have regular deep dish pizza that you guys consider deep dish pizza, but that is a different style. That's a style that was invented in Chicago. Okay, we have the regular deep crust pizza. We have the double layer crust and pizza. Okay, we have the stuff with the cheese in inside pizza. We also have thin crust pizza that's even better than the deep dish. We only order those when you want like something like a delicacy or something else like that.
Everything you're talking about right now is making my dog cry. You hear her
because
shit?
You know what? Because your dog, you know what the dog is saying? It's
Heartburn.
true. It's true.
Heartburn.
It's doggone true. Bro, come on, man. Let me tell you, let me break this down to everybody out here that's not from Chicago. This is a PSA from Cobweb. Okay. The reason why Chicago pizza tastes so much better than every place else is because of the water that affects the crust and the yeast. The water from Lake Michigan flavors the crust a different way than any place else in the country. And that's why our pizza tastes unique and defiant to Chicago.
Are we talking about Thanksgiving?
That's what I'm saying. Directed by Eli Roth. Writers Jeff Rendell and Eli Roth. Stars Patrick Dempsey, Ty Olson, and Gina Gershon. You remember Gina Gershon, right?
That was the
Broken Arrow. She was the main one in Bound. Her and Jennifer Tilly.
Which one was she out of the friends? She wasn't the main character.
She was the one that wasn't Jennifer Tilly.
Come on, bro. You know I don't know names. What did she look like? Was she the blonde, the brunette? Which friend was she?
The brunette.
The main character?
Going Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving. That was the mom. The mom that got her hair ripped off.
And that was messed up, right?
Yeah. So this movie. What was the other movie, Deborah? It was Krampus.
It was Krampus.
Krampus that started off with the whole Black Friday slaughter. This movie starts off with one of those things that really gets to me. Now, getting back to all serious now, we're 13 minutes into it. The beginning, it's about a small village or small town out there in Massachusetts, in Plymouth, where the Plymouth Rock is and all that. And there's this one family in town that's the Money family. And what was their name? Like Best or
Walmart?
I don't remember their names.
Right, because it was Right Mart.
Right Mart. Get it?
So it's like
Right Mart.
It's the right instead of yeah. So it's the family, the Wright family, and so they're throwing it's like it's a small Walmart. That's what it is, and they're having a Black Friday sale, and it starts off with a family dinner, and you see all the tension at the table and all that, and I mean, foreshadowing. This isn't a movie where you had to go into foreshadowing and deep story dives or anything like that, because it's a blood and guts movie, and
it was pretty dope. I ain't gonna front.
Like if you watch it one time, you go back and see it, you can see like, oh yeah, he was with the and then she was kind of hinting about the yeah, like one of those types of things.
All right, then you know what we need to give out. Yes, this is a straight slasher movie for Thanksgiving.
Yes,
right.
Agreed. Yeah. Who wants to give their score first, so we can deep into this month?
Oh, you want to get already into the? Hold on, let's see. Is it Doom? Calculator of Doom. The motherfucking Calculator of Doom. Calculadora de Doom. Deb, did you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I saw this movie without seeing any kind of trailer or knowing anything about it. From beginning to end, had my attention. I love this movie. I gave it a 10.
Oh, shit. Oh. Who's next, Cobweb? Your choice. Me or you?
I got it.
Okay.
Now, I really enjoyed this movie. This was actually the second time I saw this movie. I rewatched it, and I enjoyed it just as much as I did the first time I watched it. So there wasn't that much that I could point out was too wrong with the movie. I think it fit its place where it needed to fit its place at. I mean, it hit you with the gut and gore. It hit you with some great kill scenes and everything. I can't see anything wrong with it. I just can't. It was a good movie. I just can't give it a full 10. So I'm gonna have to give it a 9.5.
9.5. All right, I can see that. I can respect that. Boom. All right. I agree with everything you're saying on it. I love the movie. It is what it is, and it embraces what it is. But I don't want to give it a perfect because, one, I don't know if it was perfect or not. Two, we've been rating movies pretty high lately, but we've been watching good movies lately.
We have.
That's the whole idea.
I don't want to break everything into subgenres and stuff like that, but I mean, giving this movie a perfect is different than giving Tammy the T-Rex a perfect, which is different than giving the Shawshank Redemption a perfect. You know what I'm saying? So for what this movie is. For what this movie is, though, I'm going to have to go against what I want to do and just be honest. I'm giving it a 10 also.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to do the math. We know what the numbers are, but 29.5 divided by 3 is 9.8. So we're giving it a 10 here at CastOfThePod.
Wow.
What does IMDb give it?
IMDb gives it a 6.2.
What?
64,000 votes, the majority of which give it a 6 or 7.
Okay.
I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the kills. They had me closing my eyes every now and then, and there was a whole bunch of ooh and and it was.
I thought the story was very original.
Yes.
You know, I thought it was very good. And how many Thanksgiving ones do we have? How many?
Not many.
As good as this.
Did you? Well,
it was a fun movie. Also,
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of not knowing. Deborah and I were debating during the movie. Like, is that the killer? No, is that the killer?
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out.
Come to find out that Eli Roth had different people playing the masked killer throughout the movie to throw people off.
Are you serious?
That way there was, if you go back and watch the movie again, you'll notice they had different body shapes.
Yeah, because it kept throwing me off sometimes. I'll be like, is he that big? He's got a strong, you know what I'm saying? It really did kind of,
yeah.
It really did kind of fuck with you a little bit from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Who did it?
Then there's one scene when I forgot what they named the. My history is horrible, but it's a real historical character that he's playing with the pilgrim hat and the mask and all that. Dope. But
that was dope. That mask, the whole thing, that was fire.
Especially when he melted at the end. So I forgot what his name is. We'll just call him John Pilgrim. When he starts walking towards the camera, all like blah blah blah, Deborah says, "Hey, it's this person." We haven't got to releasing who it is yet. That's why I'm saying that. And I said, "How do you know?" She's like, "Well, he was in another movie and he walked like that." And sure enough, we went and looked at the movie, and yep, it was the same walk. So probably at that time, probably at that time, it was that actor that was in the costume.
Deborah, the Debs again with the knowledge,
but
Desert Eagle Eye.
So they break up going back into the family Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, no disrespect to people who don't do Thanksgiving. We do Thanksgiving in our house, not because of what it was back in the day or whatever, but that's the day that family gets together to watch football and eat.
Mine is tea turkey.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So for whatever day you want to call it or whatever, I respect it. Whatever. For me, the big deal has nothing to do with actual pilgrims and Native Americans or
it's some time to get together and check in on your loved ones and see how they doing.
And watch some football.
If you want to watch football, you go right ahead. If you want to sit around and play card games, you do what you do. But, it's all about, to me, just checking in on everybody, making sure everybody's doing good.
And it doesn't matter who your favorite football team is. On Thanksgiving, you have to root for the Cowboys and the Lions.
Bullshit, dude.
You know the story. You know the story about the Cowboys and the Lions.
Why you
right?
say that? Why do you say that shit about the Detroit? You know they play the Bears.
No.
What the fuck, Josh? You don't just throw that out there like that? Why? After the way the season's going right now, you just gonna throw that out there? I can't.
The Cowboys are not having a good season.
The Cowboys
either,
are having a shitty season too. So no, let me explain to you why.
Why are you putting can in a blender?
Yeah, it's like got like a mini.
I didn't know what the button to press.
It's like one of those little Godzillas from Kong and Godzilla.
I just didn't know what the.
In the.
Did you tell me to shut up?
I thought the phone was ringing. And...
I was like, do we need to put it on pause?
Cobweb's phone speaks Swahili? How is he going to have Swahili Alexa?
His phone does everything, dude. It does everything.
It makes blender noises.
Here, now that we're running away from the Thanksgiving
right.
Thanksgiving movie, back in the day, nobody wanted to play football on Thanksgiving. They're like, nah, fuck that shit. And then the NFL was like, we need people to play on Thanksgiving. They're like, nah, fuck y'all. We ain't doing that. We're going to be with our family. And the Cowboys and the Lions were like, fuck it. We'll do it. And so everybody else turned their back. And that's why for the longest time when we were growing up, it was only the Cowboys playing the Lions that day. Remember, it was only one game that day?
Yeah, they had that big Kirk Duckin or something like that.
When Madden started doing that, yeah. And then the NFL was like, fuck it. Y'all were the only ones that had our back. So you will always have a money game on Thanksgiving. So that's why everybody else cycles through. And you will always see a Cowboys game and a Lions game. Now out of the NFL, back to, man, I hate when we have movies that we really like because I can't really talk about them.
Bro, let me break this down, right? Okay. Right. We didn't even start.
Let's spoil.
Right. Let me break this down to you, okay? So this big high-risk family, the Wall family or whatever the fuck they call, right?
Right.
They're having Thanksgiving dinner and they're trying to figure out what to do. So all the teenagers and stuff like that to the family, they start to head off to go catch a movie or something. On their way, they're going to stop down at the local store, to go pick up some stuff for a charger. Now, this is like Black Friday.
Their store.
Their store that they own.
The one girl, the main girl, it's her family store.
Right, and they know they can get in and get out real quick. But the thing about it is, it's Black Friday, and they're giving away these precious-ass free waffle makers that everybody has to have fucking one for so many first people to get it. So these mugs are
giving that bullshit. they're giving out bullshit. Like all these other stores give out bullshit. People used to be killing each other for shitty ass TVs. Now you can get that same shitty ass TV for $200 all year long.
Oh man, they be on it, bro. They was on it hard because they wanted those free waffle makers. They was riding at the damn door, straight riding. You know, because that's the truth. That's human nature. That's how they be when they want their free shit. When you feel like you entitled, like most Americans do, they feel as if that they should be able to get their free waffle maker just like everybody else. And then next thing you know, they go into the store through the back door, right? And they say like, hey, how'd y'all get in there? You know, crowd sees them and they fucking jerking off at them, laughing at them. Ha, 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 we're in the store. You're not. Next thing you know, the mugs just start rushing the glass. And then all hell break loose. They break through the door, start trampling motherfuckers left and right. It just becomes a straight bedlam. I don't even understand. They weren't even paying for shit. That shit wasn't no damn Black Friday. They said that shit was a goddamn riot. That's what they called it. And they was straight looting.
Allegedly, the young man that got crushed by the door, it was an homage. Guard. Yeah. No, was he security or?
No,
he was security.
He was like a clerk.
Security.
No, he wasn't. The other guy, the one that ended up leaving, was security.
The guy that ran off was the young black kid.
There were two security guards. The one guy that ran off and the black kid was the other security guard. He was a security guard. I seen him twice.
The important part of it is the young black kid, because in real life, a young black kid that was working a certain mart that didn't necessarily have a wall around it, allegedly, the same thing happened. Same exact thing, almost to the T. So that was kind of like a homage to the horrible thing that happened to that kid.
That's brutal, bro. That's brutal. People are some fucking crazy ass sick motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
They need to cut the shit.
This is the stuff that gets to me, the real life stuff. And all this stuff, you have the asshole that's standing on top of the cash register station recording shit for YouTube.
Yeah.
And pointing out like, haha, look at this, look at that. Then you have the women pulling hair. And then the matriarch of the family, I mean, she gets run into, her hair gets caught up in a basket as these two women are fighting over a basket. They rip the chunk out of her hair. If you've seen Hostel, this is the same guy. This is Eli Roth.
But didn't they like smash her with the two?
He hit the cart. The cart that was
caught between the two wheels, boom, like that. And then when they pulled it away,
and they pulled her hair.
That's when they pulled her hair out.
Yeah, it was that. It was the chick from the diner that hit her with the cart on the side of her head. That crazy.
We'll get to her. We'll get to her in a little bit.
Ooh.
And she was the one that was like, "How come they get in?" Yeah. It's like, bitch, you know that's their store.
Yeah.
You know, it's a small little town and all that. Oh, how come they go in? Because it's their store.
It
doesn't really freaking matter. You're going to get your freaking waffle maker. You're first in line. Why are you complaining?
Bro.
Yes, the friends were fucking assholes.
The guys, especially the one that was up on the top recording, because he was instigating them. He was like, aha, I'm in here and you're not.
Yeah, he was. He was being a real dick.
The crowd was already on the edge. And then when they
pitched, if you will.
And then when they saw him and then he was all laughing at them, then it made it even worse.
Man. Hey, how many times have you guys stood outside for something for a Black Friday?
We went once.
Back in the day, way back in the day. That's the good thing about, I'm not going to say because they're not giving us any money, but these places where you just order shit online, you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. That's how we do our Black Fridays now.
And their deals are kind of prime.
Prime? Yeah, right. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The last thing that I remember I stood in line for on a Black Friday was, actually, I still have it, this Sony TV. This LCD Sony TV that I got on Black Friday. I stood in line to get it. It was the top of the line one, and it still freaking works. It's one of my oldest possessions.
Cobweb, the only person in history to actually pay for a TV on Black Friday.
Yeah. Instead of running out of Walmart or whatever this damn store was and taking everything out like everybody else. I'm sorry. Don't say yes. Right. Because that was a riot. They was looting. That turned from a Black Friday sale to a bunch of jokers looting. You know?
Dude, real quick. And then so the mom dies, and then the whatchamacallit, the young kid dies.
Remember the youngster Star Pritchard?
Dude, the whole they're throwing it out how he's the golden arm and the golden arm all throughout the beginning part of the movie. And I told Deborah, I was like, something's gonna happen to that arm. What happens?
Oh man!
They just step right on the wrist, and then the middle of the forearm just crack.
It didn't look not right. I don't know why he was walking on his hands and knees out there. That was the only person that really had it together was that black dude in the team. He was just like this pushing jokers off, like boom, boom. You know, he the only one that had some sense. He tried. He didn't do too good in this movie, but he tried his best.
So next thing you know, it jumps to a year later, year or 2 years. Then it's the next year.
It's the next year.
It's the next year.
The dad has a new wife, and he's just an asshole. He's just a corporate asshole.
No, it was the same wife.
The blondie?
Yeah.
No, she was new.
No. That's right. The father, the bald guy, that comedian guy.
Yeah.
He already had the new wife because the original mom died before the movie.
The one that died is the
Gina Gershon
manager.
Was the manager's wife that was related. Yeah. Was she like the aunt or something to the girl, the main girl?
I think so.
Yeah. So it was one of the family members. But so there's tension, and there's been tension before all this between the main daughter. Man, it's just,
let me tell you, bro.
These movies that I love. Look, then you don't know who the killer is. Everybody has a reason to want revenge. And it looks like
the town doesn't want to celebrate Black Friday anymore. Everybody's pissed off that they're still trying to have a Black Friday sale coming up again.
The Right Mart sale.
Yeah. And so at this point, they don't know who the fucking killer is. All these jokers are sitting up there just like, bam, they all have grievances against this company for some doggone reason. And it's this killer that's dressed up like a damn pilgrim with an axe, swinging this motherfucker hard at jokers, taking mugs out.
It's those plastic masks from like back in the day where it has just the little string in the back, the little elastic string. And so it's just half the face. And so he keeps on switching it out to a new one, and replaces it. But later on in the movie, he accidentally puts, well, I don't know if he accidentally, but he puts it on top of a stove and it kind of melts and it looks badass. He should have stuck with that mask, but then after he noticed it was messed up, he took it off and put another one on.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, it's just, you don't know who the killer is.
Do you think it was that? Wait. Did you think it was that one cop when he sat down at the restaurant and he put the mask on?
Nah.
But when they were at the restaurant, did you notice? I forgot who walked in, and there was a guy at the counter, and he put the mask on. Like, you only see his back, and he put the mask on, and then he turned around.
It was a lot of people.
He was wearing a gray hoodie, and he had the hoodie on, but he had the mask, and he was looking at everybody, but he was in the background.
That's one of the things that makes it tricky, because in this town, when they celebrate it, because it's Plymouth Rock, it's the big pilgrim thing or whatever, that it's a common mask. It's kind of like the Guy Fawkes mask from V from Vendetta, where it already had a previous meaning, but now this killer's using it to represent something else. This killer's just using it to cover his face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
he just starts taking revenge on everybody in the video. He found, that everybody that did something wrong in that video that the kid posted that was taking the camera, he posted on YouTube and got a whole bunch of likes and everything like that. And everybody's like, take it down. I took it down, whatever, because it was pretty harsh for the shit that he posted, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people got killed during that, and it shouldn't have been posted, especially if somebody died. It's
all cheesy influencer way where it's pointing the arrow. Look at this bitch. Look at this. Look at that, with the graphics on everything and all that. And the first kill, which was the waitress, she was the one that had one of the baskets that smashed the head of Gina Gershon.
Yeah,
she was.
The hair away, and she was the one who's like, "How come they get inside?" So this was a kill.
Being real bad, bro.
Well, there was already tension because I think she was the mom to the kid, the one that was recording. They had got into a fight. He got into a fight with another guy like previous
from another school.
And they were talking about it, and then she was there with him. So there was already tension between them because of the fight. And then when they saw that he was in the store, that made it even worse.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, the first kill of it, which ends up being that waitress, right? She's closing down. She's inside the restaurant, and then he's in there, right? He's chasing her. He burns her face. No, does he burn him or freeze him?
He puts it.
Well, she puts her in the water and then puts her in the freezer.
Yes.
Yeah, he kept dunking her in her face to saturate her face with water. as much as he could, and then he opened a freezer door and he smashed it to
she
it.
She tears her hands and fingerprints off, and the side of the skin of her face, you see it peeling off and all that. And then she goes to use her phone to call the police, right?
And it says
face not recognizable. And then she's trying to do her fingerprint. She doesn't have any fingerprints anymore or anything like that. So she runs outside.
Why did she try to put the code in? Why did she try to put the code in to back up?
Because her face and her fingers just got peeled off. She got other shit on her mind. She finally gets out and she's looking for her car. He's in her car. So she goes to run away and she's like, I'm going to be slick. I'm going to jump in the dumpster. And then right as she starts running to the dumpster, the car hits her and the dumpster at the same time. The lid comes down, whack, cuts her in half. Just completely. See, now here's the thing. Here's the cool thing about it. Let's jump back into the real world.
Oh, when the intestines fell out?
No, the real world where we're living in right now.
Oh,
that actress that played her, right, had been in tons of other movies and like chick flicks and serious movies and stuff like that. And she was so happy that when she saw her on-screen death, that she cried because she always wanted to be in like a horror movie and she always wanted to get killed off on screen.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because that was a pretty rough death. And then they took the body and they just hung the bottom piece up, right? At the top of the store.
The police found the top part.
Okay.
But no head.
Right.
Because he kept her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just took the rest and hung it up from the top of the store and talking about it. And then there was a sign that said there would be more.
The star was for right mark, or one of the points, right? She was right over the point, just stuck on it.
Man,
like that.
That was wrong. That was wrong.
This movie has tons of kills, and the kills are all great. How did they decapitate that one guy?
Which kid? Because everybody got it. Even the one security guard that ran off, he got it too. I just ran out the door. That was hard.
Dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
The security guard thing was hilarious. That was another behind the scenes thing. Eli Roth is always like, whenever these people get killed in movies, what happens to their pets? And so there's a cat in this movie, and the killer kills the security guard that ran away, right? And as he's walking out, the cats are like, meow, I'm over here. Yo,
didn't he get fed yet?
Didn't you see the killer go up to him and they kind of hint like he's going towards them, and the next thing you know, the cat's there with a big bowl of food, and he's like, "There you go, all right."
Yeah, he waits, he gives a little brush off in the head, he takes off. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? He's a cat guy.
Because he was a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he was a nice guy to animals. And the cat was hungry.
So jumping towards the end and all that, the big thing about this movie, the biggest actor in this movie is the guy that used to be in, what was the show? The hospital show.
Oh, Grey's Anatomy.
Patrick Dempsey.
Never seen.
So at this time, he was a legit big time high list actor, and he wanted to play a killer.
Okay. I never seen Grey's Anatomy. That would be considered in my eyes some WPF. I've never seen it.
Back when he was on it, it was worth watching. After that, it really became some WPS after that.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't impressed.
We're not going to go into that.
Yeah, we won't go into that here.
No, it's fine because it's all about Thanksgiving. And honestly, to tell the truth, they had some, the kills in this movie were so freaking dope. The special effects were all of.
My favorite was the trash can.
The trash can was pretty dope. I would have to say the one when the stepmom got it. Yeah. When he made a turkey, he basted her ass and put her in that damn oven.
Put her in the oven. And then he even put a thermometer.
Yeah, he came back in and stuck the thermometer in her damn arm. Yup. Little popper. She was screaming her ass. She was just in that motherfucker cooking. And then when he pulled her ass out at the table and shit, she was all basted with her eggs off.
And she looked like a turkey.
She did. He cooked her ass like a turkey. He cooked her a turkey. He put her in that damn oven, turned that shit up, and she couldn't get out, and just burned her alive and cooked her.
So the big surprise,
165 degrees.
The big surprise though was that Patrick Dempsey was the killer, and the reason that he was a killer was Gina Gershon was going to leave her husband for him. They've been together for the longest time, and she was pregnant with his kid. So not only did he lose his future wife, he lost his future child, and even though he was the sheriff of the town, he lost his shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
And that's why he was coming back for revenge.
One by one.
The crazy thing in this movie is how he was posting stuff on social media. He got on IG and he was like tagged all the victims, all the future victims, and he showed an empty Thanksgiving table.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would
one by one
put the body parts of the different seating, and he would change accounts and all that, but he would always tag people in it. And the thing that I thought was tripped out was when he was live streaming. And I'm like, man, they can just catch him. They can zero into the area where he's at. But the thing was, when he was live streaming and they get to where he's hiding everything, right?
Yeah.
There's a monitor, just like I'm looking at my monitor right here. And then the phone was looking at the monitor. So the phone that's they tracked was in a different location, looking at a monitor that was showing where he was really at.
Full circuit.
And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So now, did y'all know the only reason, well, not the only reason, but why they made this movie?
Because it was a Thanksgiving movie?
No.
We don't have any Thanksgiving horror movies?
No, back in the day when they did the Planet Horror movie, the Grindhouse movie.
Oh, that's right.
It was, what was the other movie? It was Planet Horror and, damn it.
Planet Horror.
So they called it a Grindhouse feature. It was two movies at the same time, Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. Hold on. Now I'm going to have to look
at the car.
Continue.
Death Proof.
Yes, that was the shit.
So it had those two movies. In between the movies, they had trailers. And one of the trailers was, they were fake trailers for movies that weren't going to be made.
I remember that.
One of the trailers was Machete. And they ended up making two or three Machete movies?
Mm-hmm.
Which were pretty good. Speaking
of which, Chris Marvel, the owner and head trainer at the Hybrid School of Wrestling, is in Machete Kills. Yeah. He's one of the guys that blows up the guy in the wheelchair. Yeah, just shoot. Yeah. Anyways, that was an extra pointer right there. And then another trailer was Hobo with a Shotgun.
And they did that
They
one,
made that one with Rutger Hauer. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
We need to see Hobo with a Shotgun on Cast of the Pod. And then another one of the movies was this one was Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! I have to go back and watch that.
In the fake trailer for that, the cheerleader on the trampoline, instead of when she was jumping and she caught that knife in the Achilles tendon and heel, and it like cut her foot open. I was like, in the trailer, in the fake trailer that didn't really happen of Thanksgiving, when she fell down into the splits, that's when she got the knife up in the hootie hoo. So they changed some things from the trailer. There's two other movies. I think it was Don't, and then like Werewolf Nazi Babes of the SS. Those two movies haven't been made.
You think they're going to?
Probably.
Well, one was a Rob Zombie film, the Werewolf Hotties or Werewolf something of the SS. Excuse me. Oh man, we should have had Taco Bell. I mean, we shouldn't have had Taco Bell. Fuck it, I don't care. So yeah, this movie was just one of those trailers of something that didn't get made that ended up getting made.
Dude, man, they picked a good one on this one because that trampoline scene was painful. There was not a bad kill in this whole movie.
There wasn't.
Everybody got it and they got it good, and even people that didn't deserve it, like even old girl, she was like, her dad was like, oh, we're going. That's it. He's like, get in the car. He's like, we're going home. I wouldn't even went home, dude. I would have just went straight to the airport.
Werewolf Women of the SS. That was the movie that hadn't gotten made yet. Yeah.
That's all I need to see is some.
I don't see that. I don't see that
Nazi werewolf women. No,
Nazi werewolf. Because it was like one of those chicks in prisons. Remember like Caged Heat back in the 70s and 80s when they had those girl prison movies?
Oh, hell yeah. That shit was dope.
Yeah, but it's like one of those, but with werewolf women SS. Don't use that other that other word because that's another word that gets you.
Yeah, this band. Yeah. Oh, yeah, those people. Yeah. So, yeah, they don't even count. So yeah. those entities, you know.
But man, look, we already gave it a 10. Cobweb gave it a 9.5. I understand why you gave it a 9.5. All respect there. Deb gave it a 10. There's so much we're not saying about this movie, and there's so many reasons to watch it. But you have been warned, it is a slasher, so there's lots of blood. Lots of blood.
Yes.
The scene of her, she's jumping on the trampoline. Boom. She's taking off her clothes and all that. Blah, blah, blah. As she's flirting with this one guy. And then the scene, I mean, the knife comes up through the trampoline and you see the foot just right on it. And it goes into the heel and slices through the Achilles and out the side. And it's like,
you know what was funny was right after that, because they chose down that they were going to stop the game, right? And old dude who took the video, he was all pissed off because he couldn't play, and he's like, "Where you going?" "I'm going to go play." Who you going to play? By myself.
He was going out in the field just because.
Oh yeah, he was all mad.
That was hilarious. He was going to go out in the field and play football by himself because they canceled the game. Oh my God!
I think it was Lonnie.
Yeah, he was good.
One of the tension points of the movie is Bobby, Golden Arm Bobby. He quits talking to the right girl. What was her name?
Oh yeah,
Jessica. She's the main girl, and he's the boyfriend. And like his life completely changed. He had a full ride scholarship because he was this amazing pitcher, and this and that. And they break his arm. And I shouldn't have worn these glasses. This is distracting me. And so he starts ghosting her. And then all of a sudden he's back in town right when the killing starts. So it kind of looks like it's him.
Yeah,
he's a smaller frame guy. And a lot of times the killer is a smaller framed killer. And it's like, Bobby makes sense. You know, but then there's also the new boyfriend that stepped in that
always liked her,
and it makes it look like he's trying to blame Bobby. There's some good writing in this slasher film.
Yes,
it is.
Like they make everybody out to be the killer.
Yes,
and the new boyfriend, he wasn't having Bobby at all. He wasn't having it at all. Remember when he came up and after he put his coat on her, when she came up and then he came up to her, he just flicked his coat off.
Took the coat off and hugged her.
He just flicked it off. Oh, baby, come here. He just flicked it off on the ground. You don't need that shit. That was some real tension between them motherfuckers right there.
Yeah.
There was some real tension. Yeah, I don't think the characters were all good. I liked everybody in this movie.
The acting was great. I can't remember where I've seen that. Put on a different pair of glasses. There we go. The dad, Mr. Wright, the guy that owns Wright Mart. Definitely not a wall.
Did he die?
Rick Hoffman.
No.
They didn't get him in the parade, dude. So when everything at the end, all right. So
that parade was fucked up.
Everything at the end of the movie goes ape shit, and you know there's all these secret killings all throughout the movie. And at the end, they're like, all right, so it's let me find their names because I don't want to say the main girl and the black kid. Doug, Chris Sandiford. That was Doug. It's him and then Jessica. They're the only two that's left.
Yeah. Anyway, they did catch him, but they didn't. I don't remember if they killed him or not.
But he got hurt. Did he get his arm cut or something?
Yeah.
He had a sling on.
But he had him at the table.
Well, this is after the parade.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to explain. Dipsy, she's always.
Yeah. They left a lot. Let me be honest with you too. They left a lot for a sequel.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a sequel.
I want to talk about the parade. So everything's all these private killings, he's hiding who he is and all that. And then so Jessica and Doug, they're like, we're going to be the bait. Let's be, we have the parade every year. Throw it out that we're going to be out there. We're celebrating Right Mart. We know the killer hates Right Mart. We know the killer hates us. So they're like, all right, let's do that. Right. So there's police hidden all through the parade. They're on the different floats, and it's one of these small town parades where it's like a truck and a pickup truck and a trailer and stuff like that. And then there's one big, 2-ton truck pulling a big flatbed that has a big like Mayflower like boat on it, right? And then so finally they find a way to cut off traffic, and they're like, oh, it's the killer. And then the truck takes off and then hits the brakes, and the boat goes forward and smashes through the window, and there's the pilgrim grandpa with his 3 little grandchildren there. And the front of the boat comes through, smashes his face breaks off, falls off to the side. Dude. And the kids are like, Grandpa, wake up. I was like, oh.
That whole parade with the shit show.
All over
and
the
everybody
place.
was like, the crowd was like, how in the world did the police fuck this whole shit up?
Yes. And then, but I don't know, this might be my favorite kill. There's a sports costume, a turkey. What's the word I'm looking for, Deb?
A mascot?
A mascot turkey walking through. And he's like, hey. And the killer, I don't know, does he have a crowbar?
No, he had an axe.
He had an axe during the parade?
That's how he cut his head off.
Possibly. I won't debate the point because I don't remember right. But yeah, just completely knocks the head off the mascot turkey along with the real human head inside of the mascot. And then blood just... Yeah. You're right back there, Deb?
Yeah.
And then he captures Doug and he captures Jessica.
Man.
And that's when you get back to the place. You find out that they're that it's the cop, that it's Patrick Dempsey, and he's trying to get his revenge. And earlier in the movie, he was telling Jessica, it's the little details. Yeah. Is there anything that you remember that doesn't even seem like it's a big deal? Because in the end, it's always the little details that gets them. And there was a scene when he had them at the table, but then they broke loose. This is when you see the mom that was turkey basted and all that, the stepmom. And so they break out, and then he's chasing her through the woods and through these burrs, these stickers, right? And so later on, when they run into each other again,
they're in the office,
and he's playing the cop. Yes, you're right. They're back in the office at that where they hold all the floats and all that stuff. Thanks, Deb. And they're like, oh, well, he's probably long gone. Everything's going to be okay. And then she looks down at his shoes, and he's got those burrs stuck in his laces and some on the side of his pants.
Yep, the same one she was picking off her pants.
And then she hears his voice in her head. It's always the little details. That's how you catch them.
Yep, and I couldn't have done this without you. You're the one that helped me do all this. Because she was always giving him information.
Yeah.
Because she was trusting him. She thought,
man, bro, that shit was so fucking hard.
There is some good writing in a slasher film. Because usually you get one or the other. You don't get both. And in this movie, you get both. And at the same time, with the good writing, you still get over the top blood and like, that shouldn't happen. That's stupid. That shouldn't happen. Don't go that way. Don't whatever. Because Eli Roth knows how to embrace the genre.
He did a good job. That's why we probably gave it a 10 here at CastOfThePod.
I liked how you couldn't tell who. Because like I thought that it was the cop. I thought it was Patrick Dempsey. But then I was like, no, it can't be him because look, there he is right there. Like when he got hit and he was on the ground and we thought that he had shot him. And it was like, okay, it can't be him because there he is. But then like little things of like, oh, like it kept me second guessing like the whole movie.
I thought it might have been that little kid. Yeah. I thought it would have been like the little kid with the curly hair. He got his ass.
The golden arm. Yeah.
No, not golden arm. The one nerd kid.
Yes. The one that they went to go and get the information from.
Yeah. I never thought it was him because he was aligned with the gun guy and they tried it too hard. That was the only thing that was like, okay, they're trying too hard to make it look like it's the gun guy.
Yeah, and that's what they were supposed to do.
Since the nerdy guy with the curly hair was all up the butt of the gun guy and idolizing him, I was like, okay, it's not him either.
Why didn't she take that knife he gave her? That was stupid. I mean, this guy's giving you free weapons right now to take me. I'm good. I'm fine. What?
But she did take the ring with the hidden knife in it. That's how she cut herself loose because she had that little blade inside the ring.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that movie was dope. You know,
It's
that was
good.
really good. From beginning to end, it grabs you in and pulls you in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the way to the end.
It has everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a Thanksgiving horror movie, this is it. Can we think of another Thanksgiving horror movie that's better than this one?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
that doesn't even count.
Yes, it
Thanksgiving.
does.
Thanksgiving.
Gobble gobble,
bitch. Dude, the beginning scenes of Thanksgiving. Have you seen Thanksgiving?
Yes, I watched Thanksgiving. I have watched it, and it's
he doesn't appreciate.
It's apples and oranges. Because you have your B level movies. Thanksgiving is a double Z level movie. Thanksgiving starts off with a topless pilgrim chick running, boobs flopping, and then a turkey pops up out of nowhere. This is the first scene, and it's like, nice tits, bitch. Thanksgiving. A talking turkey tells a topless pilgrim, nice tits, bitch.
Well, that's nothing.
So that just lets you know what you're in for with that movie. So that's another Thanksgiving movie, Thanksgiving.
Right. Okay. What else we got?
The turkey pretends to be the dad of the main girl.
I don't know. Let me search.
Greatness.
Thanksgiving.
This is Deb's job. This is Google Deb's
horror
job.
Films.
He's taking it away from me. I'm not doing a good job for him.
Well, have you searched for it right now, Deb?
No.
But then Thanksgiving horror films. The main one is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. I
think those are the only two.
There has to be some.
I don't think so, Josh. I don't know too many Thanksgiving movies.
Blood Rage, Thanksgiving, Christie, Pilgrim. There's a movie called Pilgrim. Home Sweet Home, Boogeyman, Cuatro de Miedo, Black Friday. Black Friday is Blood Freak, The Last Thanksgiving, Poultrygeist. We haven't even talked about Poultrygeist. How can I forget that? Poultrygeist. Not Poultrygeist.
Yes. You was best saying it wrong. I'm like, you for real? There's a Poultrygeist? That's just funny. You've
Adam's
seen this
Family
movie?
Values is considered a horror film and a Thanksgiving film.
Oh, wow.
Well, shit, Halloween is a Thanksgiving film, it says.
How is Halloween a Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I'm going to go back.
Pumpkin?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't see that.
I don't see that.
I really like the flyer for the movie for Thanksgiving. The picture of the killer.
Oh yeah.
It was a very believable killer. It was dope, and I like how he got the axe and everything, that it meant something to the family that he got it from and all that stuff like that, because it was like their family heritage axe or something else like that he stole, that he used to kill people with.
We're gonna call it right there.
I say so
guess
too,
what?
bro.
What?
The top 3 movies of Thanksgiving horror: Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving 3.
I don't think I've seen 2 or 3.
Which means there's a Thanksgiving 2.
Are you serious?
I have to look for it.
We gotta put out a list. Somebody post a list or something in the lounge of Thanksgiving movies, or somebody do something. We got to figure this stuff out. We got some time off for work. We got to watch some Thanksgiving horror movies.
Yeah.
We only have 1 week left of
Thanksgiving season.
Then we have to go into Christmas.
Well, we better get our Thanksgiving in now.
Movies. So many Christmas movies we haven't reached.
Yep.
But all right, let's go ahead and end it there. Happy holidays and all that stuff.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We're not into
everybody.
the holidays yet.
Yes. All right. So until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
And I forgot to say our social medias. Cobweb's at Cobweb411. We're at CastOfThePod and CastOfThePod.com. New record from Cobweb. Which one's that? I can't see it from this side.
Do or Die. AZ.
There you go. Is that the record of the week? I tried to say.
Yes, it is, my friend.
There you go. All right, y'all. So until next time, thanks for spending time with us.
We recommend go watch the movie.
Thanksgiving. If you got a weak stomach, probably not much. And don't watch it with your family the day of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, don't.
Unless you're into those movies, then yeah. And you've probably already seen it already. Yep. But all right. So until next time, we're the Cast of the Pod. And you have been warned.
We out this
Bye,
motherfucker.
Peace.